Right, not everything I've got is a restoration project. This one is brand new, just arrived from China. I pre-ordered it probably in December, and it arrived a few days ago. And it's the OKMO B02 hit and miss engine. And yeah, it's quite a nice model. I'm not going to do an unboxing video. I see quite a lot of unboxing videos on there, but I will go through and tell you what comes in the box. So it does come with decent instructions. There's quite a lot in there, and you know what it's like. They're not all models come with good instructions, but these actually do come with pretty good instructions. There's plenty in there: preparation, operation, where to do your settings. There's a lot in there. There's plenty in there to. Most of the information you need is in that manual, which is a good start. Next you get some spares. This is the spare contact, which is under there, so I'm guessing they wear now and again. Just like a set of points on an old car, they might get pitted and you need to change them, so it comes with a spare. You get spare O-rings and a spare fuel hose, because you know what, like with this new fuels, so these hoses, the hose that's attached could go brittle. Some go brittle after a while. I've had it on motorbikes. So it's packaged in a really deep foam. Inside the box is a really thick deep foam. It's packaged very well. What can I tell you? Well, it's got a beautiful fuel tank with this don't just pop out, it unscrews. Some of them just pop out. This one unscrews. It's got a lovely sight glass, so you can easily see where you are with your fuel. It's got a proper little spark plug in there, little spark plug under there. A few, and now this is not the first. I have run this before, so this is not under box. And will it run straight out of the box? Well, I can answer that. Yes, it will. When I took it out of the box, I didn't. All I did was put water in the hopper for cooling. I put oil in the 3 oilers. There's one there for the piston and 2 for the bearings. Then they've got little caps, they're tiny, so you have to be careful, because like I said with some of the other parts, if you drop them, you're unlikely to find it again. They are small. So I did that. You have to put a battery in it inside this box, which, if you notice there, I've put a little bit of foam, because everyone seems to think that the box is a little bit low and the lid don't fit properly. So I've just put a little bit of that's double-sided tape with only one side disconnected, so I've got I can put the lid on and off easy enough, and the lid goes on easy now. So it's a minor adjustment, a little bit of a double-sided tape. You can put anything on there, but I know that there's a lot of improvements on this model compared to the older models. You've got, there is in there a bearing. Now I know the original ones and early ones didn't have the bearings, and this has got a bearing. It's also got a lovely little, I don't know if you can see it under there, like a little carburetor. Nice little carburetor. You can see there's a little bit of black marks on there. That's where I've been running it. You've got a splash guard there, because when you oil it, some of the oil is going to come out the back and splash up. So that probably protects this little battery box. And when I first ran it, all I did was the battery, the oil, fuel in the tank, and water in the hopper, and I didn't do any adjustments. This is a speed controller, so you can run it faster or slower using that speed controller. And the other side, this here is the air fuel mixture. Got a little bit of a little bubble in there. We'll see how it goes in a minute, because I'm going to run it in a minute. That's the air fuel mixture. Now, when I first ran it, I didn't touch anything, and it literally fired up straight away. I did have to use the drill attachment. It comes with a little drill attachment that fits in there, and that fires it round. But it was literally and that's it. Off it goes. It started straight away. I only run it for a few minutes, and then I switched it off, and the next morning it wouldn't fire at all. So what I had to do the next morning, because it wouldn't fire at all, so after running so lovely straight out of the box, next day it wouldn't run. All I had to do was open that air fuel mixture a tiny bit to give it a bit more fuel, and it ran all right for them. So I'm not sure what the reason would be, because I never touched anything, never adjusted anything. I ran it straight out of the box, and it started up straight away, just like that. Run it straight out of the box, but the next day it wouldn't even fire. So I just needed that opening, and I'm talking about tiny amounts, you know, sort of 1/16 of a turn, 10 degrees, something like that. Not much. Not much at all. Just unscrew it. I checked the plug, and I checked it was sparking. It was sparking lovely, big fat spark. This is a takeoff for if you want to have a drive belt to run something, and it has got a bit of power, so it would run something. And you've also comes with this pull cord, which you would put that, goes in this slot, in that slot there, and you wrap it right and pull it, but I haven't had to use that. So in the battery box, it takes a AA battery in here. There's one AA battery, and the ignition module is in there as well. So that's where we are. I'm number 48. Comes from Jin. He's the boss, and I'm number 4. This is number 48 off the production line. So to get it started, all you do, you put your finger over the carburetor and you spin your wheel a couple of times just to draw the fuel full. Now I might have it might run and stop again in a minute, because I've got a little bit of fuel in that, little bit of air in that line, but we'll see how it goes. You prime the carb, and then what I would do, and I'll try it now, but what I would do is, if it starts, just let it run. If you was tuning a car or a motorbike, and I have tuned a lot of cars and motorbikes, if you're tuning a car or a motorbike, you never play about with the settings until the engines are to a running temperature. So that's what I would do with this. I would start it, let it run, let it get to its running temperature, and then if you don't think it's running right, then you can touch the air screw mixture at the back just to fine tune it. but believe me, this did run straight out of the box, no problems. So this is a speed adjuster when it's running, but I haven't touched that. So we'll give it a go, and it normally starts pretty good. We'll give it a go and see what we come up with. Right, out of the way. Jumping a little bit. I've got it on a hard surface so you can hear it. So this is how it runs, straight out of the box. I think that's pretty good. That is pretty good. It does seem to be more refined than the earlier models. And I'd think if you were looking for your first hit and miss engine, this would be the one I'd go for. Another thing I'd say is, this is not a sponsored video. I paid for this. I ordered it. I paid for it. And this is just an honest review. Here we go. Now, I did run out of fuel earlier on the other day, but let me try again. Oh. I think I've got air in the line. I've got air in that line. Let me just okay, yeah, I had to restart it there. I think I might have set it a little bit rich and it stopped, and when I took the plug out, the plug was wet. So it is a matter of fine tuning that air screw at the back, because you tighten it down too much. It's very fine adjustment. Tighten it down too much and you're restricting the fuel, and you open it up a bit too much and you flood it. But yeah, what I like about this model, and I've seen a lot of hit and miss engines online, this actually does work as a hit and miss engine. I mean, a lot of them are running constantly. They call them a hit and miss engine, but it's just running constantly. Back that off a bit. This is the speed adjuster. So there's plenty of adjustments. You've got your speed adjustment there. You've got your air fuel mixture. I haven't mucked about with the timing. There you go. Yeah, I did find that starts up easy enough. I'll have to fine tune the fuel air mixture. Now, I've got a bubble in that line, and I think that's causing a problem. But anyway, it's a genuine review. Well, run through. If you're going to buy a machine like this, you will be fiddling about. But this is one of the only ones I've seen out of the factory that runs as a hit and miss engine. You know, it's just firing, say, every 10 revolutions. But some of them are just running constantly. They run too fast, and it's not hit and missing at all. So, yeah, I think it's a lovely machine. I might be running a bit rich. I'm getting a bit of what I noticed was that this oil there, I filled it up with oil, and it sort of took that straight away. And I'm not sure if it's transferring. I'm not sure if it's transferring some of that oil. It drops down there, and if it's coming through actually into the bore, because that there, I filled it up and I ran it for a few seconds and it was empty. I think what I might have done is left that open and let it go through. And if you can see that, you see that conrod, it's got quite a lot of oil on it. That oil is intended for the piston. So I think that one of the problems I've got is I've oiled that. That is like a little valve, and I didn't close it enough, and it used that oil straight away. So what I think I'm getting now is oil coming through the piston, and I think these are only like a silicon rings on these, so it's quite possible that some of the oil is getting up into the cylinder, and that is probably where one of the things I need to look out for. What I'm going to do, see that there, you can adjust it. It's got a needle at the bottom, and I never adjusted it. All I did is fill it up, and then it was gone, and I filled it up again. Now that's all gone down in there. This is like a dry sump. So that's gone down in there, and I think some of that oil has gone too much on the piston, and it's got through into the cylinder. So that's quite possibly what's going on there. So what I'll try and do is clean that out in there and get some cotton buds or something. But overall, this starts more or less straight away. Because I'm leaning over the camera, I'm not really getting my full. I'm not getting a full proper turn on it to get it started. That's why I have to pull it back over here to get it started, because it brings it close to me so I can manage it better. But yeah, and I think I'm getting some little black oil marks, and I think, see that in there? You can see, if you see it a bit, you can't really see it properly. In there, a bit there, a little bit there. I think I've over oiled it. Well, not over oiled it, but I've failed to close. Failed to close that. So that's one thing to look at. But when you fill that up, this is open, fully open, and you can adjust that. If you take that out, it's got a needle, like a carburetor needle. So yeah, obviously still want some oil going in there, but not the amount that I've allowed it to get in there, because I think that's getting through into the cylinder and creating this black, little black oil's getting in. So it's something I'll try and dry out. But yeah, summary, lovely little machine. It does start up easy if I can get a spin on it. Now what I've done because of that oil, when I haven't got that piston. Let's take that plug out. I haven't tightened it up too tight. Let's see how much, if there's oil. I'll get a tissue. I'll take that plug out and we'll see if there's oil on that plug, because that would prove the point. Look at that. So that plug's wet. It shouldn't be like that. So that's what I think I've done. I've over-oiled it in the back, and it's working its way through into the piston. And what I've been doing when it comes to that, I've been getting my little just to burn that excess oil off. Not a lot, just a little bit. Yeah, we get hot anyway, so it's not going to hurt it. And then if you do think you've flooded it or got oil in there, just spin it over with the ignition off. Spin it over so the piston can blow out any excess fuel. Put the plug back in. Tiny little plugs. Well, everything's tiny on these. I've just been nipping it up with my fingers because I'm still in like experimental stage. Put the plug back on. Make sure this is pushed in, because look, this is just a push fit. These are all just a push fit. So you've got to make sure that pushes right in. It's not like a car one where it'll clip on. They just push fit. Right, so let's see if we can give that a go now. There you go. So you can see that I had oil on a piston. Because it's fired up straight away as soon as I clean the plug. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. This is the speed I like to see hit and miss engines running. That's a proper hit and miss engine speed, not roaring ahead. Anyway, I'll leave it there, and I'll do another couple of videos on this one because it's a new model. See, it's still, I think it's getting oil in there. Once that dries out, I think that run half an hour earlier on, but that's used that oil in there and it's gone through into the bore. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll leave it there. Cheers.